Alright, welcome to a special edition of the video blog here on YourLondonKentuckyWeather.blogspot.com and on Facebook. We're going to do a little dual post today talking about how the upcoming winter storm is going to affect southern Kentucky and southern West Virginia. Don't have time to do two separate posts today, so let's get right to it. Taking a look at the surface map, you can see we got two low pressure systems, one to the southwest, one to the northwest. They're going to converge on top of us as we go into the next 48 hours. And that's going to cause a whole lot of mess around here, causing problems not only with snow, but the possibility of some freezing rain, especially the farther south you are. And because of this, the National Weather Service has already put up winter storm warnings highlighted in the counties in pink, winter weather advisories for the counties in yellow. The counties in yellow expecting not only a little bit of snow, but there could be an extended period of freezing rain or just regular rain. But with the ground below freezing in several locations right now, freezing rain looks to be a possibility. Let's go ahead and jump ahead to the NAM model. Notice we're taking a little different view today. We're taking a look at this courtesy of Vortex at Plymouth State University. I've got temperatures plotted with the red dashed lines, pressure with the white solid lines, and precipitation with the contours. As we started out, this is 1 a.m. Notice the timestamp says 6, but subtract 5 hours because it's on Zulu time. We will have precipitation entering southeastern Kentucky, likely in the form of a little bit of rain, possibly snow. It's going to really depend on what the temperatures are. Models showing temperatures generally near the 40 to 35 degree mark. So this, at least according to the 6Z NAM, will start out as rain. Now, the models later on this afternoon have been trending a little colder, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Now, behind this, we're also looking at pressure, or excuse me, not pressure. The temperature is at 850 millibars, which is 5,000 feet up, and thickness from 1,000 to 500 millibars. Now, I know that sounds like a bunch of technical jargon. It is. Let me break it down what matters to you. For us to see snow, we need to be below freezing at the surface, below freezing at 850 millibars, which you see here, freezing line at 850 is down way off to the south, down across Tennessee, back into parts of the Carolinas. But the 540 line, that's the other thing you need to our south, right on top of us. So this could be potentially sleet or freezing rain depending on how much warm air is trapped at the surface. Let's fast forward 3 hours, going ahead towards 4 o'clock in the morning. More widespread precipitation. Notice temperatures still mid to upper 30s according to this run of the NAM. That could change with later runs, as some of the later runs have been going colder. And once again, notice sandwich between the 540 line and the 850 line. That screams freezing precipitation. We'll fast forward even farther ahead in the time. This is at 3 p.m. Zulu time, so subtract 5 hours. That's 10 a.m. in the morning. At this point, still dealing with rain across southern Kentucky. North of Interstate 64, most likely snow at this point. Could be heavy snow. Taking a look at 540 line, also at this point starting to work east, so we should finally be transitioning to snow once we get it cold enough at the surface, once again according to this model run. Then fast forwarding even further, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, finally starting to transition a little bit. The main transition should happen to snow later in the day on Friday. Now let's go ahead and try to talk about totals. Models all over the place on this one. This is a look at the GFS model going out through Wednesday morning. Not showing a lot of snowfall at all for southern Kentucky. Taking a look at the NAM, once again, not much snowfall for southern Kentucky, but if in both of those, southeastern West Virginia, parts of the Greenbrier Mountains, 4 to 8 inches, not out of the realm of possibility. Maybe even some isolated higher amounts. Not going to rule that out by a long shot. I actually think that's a pretty good. The real question is, when does southern Kentucky change over, and when do the coal fields of West Virginia change over to all snow. The sooner they transition over, the higher totals will be. But I do suspect there will be an extended period of freezing rain with this storm. Let's go ahead and take a look at my thought on totals. I think below the white line, you're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow plus accumulations of ice through Wednesday afternoon. Now, going into the blue section, between the light blue and the white line, generally 2 to 5 inches of snow, but in the mountains of eastern Kentucky and the coal fields of southern West Virginia, say Wyoming, McDowell, Mercer County, Tazewell County, Virginia, you are looking also at the accumulation of a little bit of ice possible. In the dark blue line off to the northeast for Raleigh, eastern Fayette County, Summers County, Greenbrier County, Pocahontas County, West Virginia, 4 to 9 inches. Back off to the northwest, Lexington, Moorhead, you're likely picking up 4 to 8 inches of snow by Wednesday evening. And going off further to the northwest, people down into southeastern Indiana, 5 to 10 inches looks to be a good bet right now. So going to be very interesting to see how this storm plays out. A lot of the later model data coming in this afternoon looking a little bit colder than the data I showed you. This forecast is going off the data I had at the time I had it. I think these numbers look to be a decent bet right now. They might need a little adjustment upwards, maybe a little down. We're really going to have to wait and see how this plays out. This is a very complicated system, and Mother Nature is just not letting up. This weather guy needs a break. Alright, that's all the time we have for right now. We'll have more coming up tomorrow.